Alright, this is the first part of my jet tutorial series. Now, I am not the best jet pilot out there, and I will never claim to be. But I might as well. I've been requested to make a jet tutorial video for a while now, so let's start off with keybindings. So, in the first tab, the only really big thing I changed is the vertical flight to normal, because I feel if I push my mouse up, I should go up. If I push my mouse down, I should go down. Now, the next thing, I really didn't change much in the gameplay tab. I mean, I only got rid of some of the annoying things that flash on screen. The next thing you'll notice is I play with headphones and surround sound, so that's how I listen for other jets around me. In the video tab, some of the bigger things I changed is I got rid of motion blur because I find that throws me off a little bit. And then if you look at terrain quality, I turned that to high because it allows me to distinguish jets between the background, and then I also cranked up mesh quality. Now for actual key bindings in the jet, the only thing I really changed, I believe, is the throttle. I made that the same as my afterburners, just so that way if I stall, it allows me to take off with pressing the same button. You will also notice that I changed some joystick settings because I've been playing around with that lately, but that's what I'm not going to cover in this tutorial. I can't think of any other major things I changed other than switching to third person and the countermeasures. I think I also mapped both those to my mouse. So other than that, I pretty much use default setting. One thing I also forgot to note is some tutorials suggest that you bind your pitch up to your spacebar. I personally do not recommend that because that can throw off your aim in the long run. And unless you're planning on becoming professional, I don't see any reason to do it. I mean, I don't do it, so that's your call. You can bind your pitch up to your spacebar if you want. The final part of this video is me going to discuss loadout. Now, the reason I use the 20mm cannons is because I have a longer range to shoot jets at. I mean, you can shoot jets with the 30mm at long range also, but the spammability to me is the reason I use the 20. Now, the next thing I use is the active radar because the only reason I will ever use heat seekers is if my minigun overheats. Other than that, to me, the secondary is useless. Now, the countermeasures for that I use ECM. The reason I use ECM is because, number one, it takes you off the radar. If you're off the radar and you're in a dogfight, you have the advantage. The next reason I use it is because it does get rid of some missiles, but don't rely on it for that. The next upgrade is the Gyro Stabilizer, and I have to run this because if you don't run Gyro Stabilizer and you get hit by a missile, your jet is all over the place. You have absolutely no control. It might not be as useful if you run flares, but you're still going to get hit by missiles and you're still going to go out of control. So I would just use it because there's no better alternative to it. And then I use the Tiger Urban paint. I strongly suggest not using that because that is my paint and you are not allowed to use it. Enough said. And that'll conclude my tutorial. I can't think of anything else to say, so yeah, until next time.